that whenever we have this pressure, and I really contribute that to the practice, it's like I almost find this at like an opportunity or like an urge to really step forward. I wanted to talk about that today as well, what the difference between urge and grief is. We might talk about it just now. There's a difference here, and this becomes very apparent when you deal with yourself, but also when you deal with your children. There's a big difference between having an urge to do something, which is really a positive thing. And then there's the grief where it's like, oh, I'm not doing well enough. Do you see the difference? You know, I want to do better, or I'm not doing well enough. It's kind of the same thing, but it's not, because one has a totally different energy behind it and the other is like depleting. So I really try, and I urge the world as well to try and be in this, we want to do better, and not in a depleting way, not in a, oh, things are not working out, we're not doing well enough, everything is just, you know, but this urge that like, okay, we understand that we're not where we want to be, or I'm not personally where I want to be. Maybe my child is not where I want them to be. Maybe the world is not where I want it to be, but really get into this urge, you know, this pressure of we want to do better, rather than, oh, I'm not doing good enough, oh, things are not going my way, my child is not doing good enough, the world is just such a place, you know. There's such a different energy behind. So if we can get into that, you know, also on a collective energetic level, we are just in a very, very different and very, very positive, it's a positive time stream rather than a depleting and negative one. So, you know, I'm totally not asking anyone to spiritually bypass. If you're going through hardship, if you need to retreat, if you need to heal, of course, that's what you need to do. But many times we also just kind of hitting ourselves over the head and hitting each other over the head with the negativity of a situation, rather than using a positive current of urging, you know, progress, um, uh, urging a development. You know, this is very important when we deal with ourselves. It's really important when we deal with our children, that we don't put them into a grief. It's called the parental grief versus the parental urge. And the parental urge is where we want to be, where there's an energy behind and there's a positive current. All right.